You can't.
Drunken pop, we're diving deep. The memories we swore to keep. Unfiltered tales that'll make you leap. Into your past we boldly leap. Timothy speaks of games and dreams, old cartoons and backyard schemes. Nostalgia hit like a mighty wave. In this show, we misbehave. Double Dave with pockets full, bringing tales that always pull. Step heads, cackles with a glance, unleashing legends from our trance.
And I'll tell you one more
Ow!
thing. I'll tell you one more thing, you son of a bitch. Cut me off. I'll tell you this, that, and the other thing, you no good piece of Lord. Welcome to Drunken Pop.
Pow!
Week what
Second
week
of the week.
8. Week 10. Is it 10?
We started drinking on Drunken Pop a little early this
there's
Tuesday.
a lot to discuss. Not including the topic of the day. We actually don't have that much to talk about, but there's a lot else. So this is Drunken Pop. I'm your host, TJ Stevens. Joining me as
FN.
always, thank you, Timmy C.
Who?
Dollar Bill Dave, still trapped on a cruise ship.
I hope he joins us. Dave is going for a record right now. So, little backstory. The three of us from Drunken Pop went on a Jericho cruise a
Awful.
couple years ago. Only cruise Dave's ever been on at this point.
Jericho
4-day
is
cruise.
terrible. For the record,
Supposed to have one port.
Yep.
Bad weather. Skip the port.
didn't
4
go.
days, no port. Okay. So
We did it.
Dave is on his
Yeah.
second cruise right now with his family. Supposed to hit a port on his third day of this one.
This morning.
Bad weather. Dave has now been on a cruise ship 7 total days, never seen a port. He believes that ports are fake. He doesn't think they're a real thing.
Yeah, they're like Chupacabra. He doesn't.
Like, are we circling Philadelphia or what?
And again, if you don't know Dave, like obviously me and Timmy, we know Dave pretty
What
well.
was it he said? I motherfucked the soda girl.
Yes.
I felt like a dick for it, but she was stupid.
8 o'clock this morning, Eastern Standard Time, which means it's 7 o'clock Central Time. We get a text message verbatim. I motherfucked the soda cart girl.
Yeah.
Next, mind you, I'm getting ready for my MRI for my neck while this is going on. Next text message. I felt bad, but it was worth it. Next text message. This will be the last cruise Jandy ever goes on.
What? I don't
By the
blame her
way-
with Dave motherfucking soda cart girl.
By the way, neither of us two said anything in between those texts.
No.
It's just Dave's consciousness of thought, just one after the other. Again, Dave is a sweetheart. Is honestly
He's not.
one of the
He's not.
nicest people. That if you're friends with Dave, if you're in
There you
with
go.
Dave, if you're in with Dave, he'll give you the shirt off his back.
If
If
you're
you're
out
not-
with Dave, he won't pee on you if you're on fire.
Which I appreciate. But if you're not, if you're just, I don't know, a soda cart girl on a cruise ship,
Or a bartender on an NCL cruise ship.
he will motherfuck you to now.
Look, I don't know who was here first.
Even if it makes no sense in the moment, just so he feels better, he will motherfuck you. He'll apologize later, like a day or two.
Somewhere that soda cart girl is crying right now.
No, I'm sure. I'm absolutely certain Dave found her.
He
later
went. He
today
went back
tipped her.
and tipped her a 50.
Yes, I absolutely believe that. So anyway, so much to talk about today. NFL free agency, which a lot didn't happen. Some big
Not
things
yet.
happened.
Not DeAndre Hopkins going to the Ravens. Woohoo!
But some so you may have heard I got my MRI this morning finally after for my neck and my shoulder,
His neck
And-
is back.
my ass and my crack. So what's
Pussy.
fun is I had to watch a video yesterday. I didn't have to, but I tried to do as many things in pre-checkout, before I get there, kind of like pre-TSA. That way I don't have to do it while I'm there. I can just kind of walk in and do my thing. So I did it yesterday. They showed me a video on like what it's like to get an MRI, and it was every bit of 25 minutes.
Oh, whoa. How old are you?
40. I'll be
You've
40.
never-
I'll be 40 in 3 weeks.
You've never had an MRI before?
No, never.
What the? You don't qualify as an old man then. Shit.
I'm gonna argue with you on that, but so I watched this video.
It lay very still. That's what you know.
And I come in this morning, and the lady was very generous, very kind, very very gentle.
Lubed up the rubber glove before she put her fingers in.
I mean, I was pants off before I walked in. I mean, she was
What?
ready to go.
Which is weird because you were there for an MRI.
This is my neck, and she's like, "Take off your pants." I'm like, "Oh, this seems
What
odd."
kind
I
of
guess.
dentist is this?
I mean, my button is metal, so I guess that makes sense. So, if you've never been, imagine laying on a bed, and like at the head of the bed, but the bed is this wide enough to fit your fat fucking ass on it, and then at the end of the
Not
bed,
mine. I got ass cheek hanging over.
oh no, I was on because I'm skinny now, so I'm on, and then the end of the bed is like a hole big enough for your head, with like two like USB chargers on each side, and that's where they put the collar over that covers your eyes, and then they put earmuffs on each side of your ears, and then she goes, "What kind of music do you like?" I didn't know that was a thing, so I'm like,
Yeah.
I started laughing.
Because all right, so you heard in the background the noise that machine was making, right?
Oh, I'm getting to that. I'm getting to that.
Okay.
So they make it a very big deal, this music in the headphones thing. And I was like, man, that's really cool. They put headphones in. And then I realized, like, oh, this isn't me. This is just so to make sure my head does not move in the
No, it's to make sure you don't sit there and listen to na 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 na.
But it's also
na 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 na.
Well, that's not entirely true, because as you know, you're gonna hear that anyway. But
it's
it's literally just to make
you
sure.
would go insane if you. All right. By the way, if you're watching us, feel free to hop in the chat.
Please.
We are going to be interactive tonight.
So it's just to wedge your head in place so you can't turn. And I'm listening, which, by the way, unrelated to the story, just funny to me. I'm sure if she heard it, she would have panicked. Play Spotify rock music. I'm in there, hands on my stomach, with a little bulb in my hand, in case like it's the safe word I needed. 10 seconds in, I hear in the song I'm listening to the N-word and fuck within the first 10 seconds. And I
Which
just
is
started
weird
laughing.
because when she said, "What kind of music do you like?" you said, "Smooth jazz, please."
And I started laughing in the tube immediately. And she was like, "Can you please stop moving?" And I was like, "Well, quit, change the fucking channel and I'll stop." And I'm laughing.
Right?
So I'm in there for a half hour doing this. It's like a minute and a half, and then like 3 minutes, and then 4 minutes. 5 is what you end on. And if you're claustrophobic, which I'm not, but if you were, actually in general, if you're gonna take an MRI, close your eyes out of the gate and just pretend you're taking a nap. It's the best way to really make it move forward. And
All right.
so I got music in my ears, and I'm sitting here again, hands on my stomach. I got the little tube in my hand in case I need the safety word. And she goes, "All right, you're gonna feel some slight warmth on your back, which is the imaging apparatus." And she
Sure,
goes,
it is.
Also, she's like, "You are gonna hear."
Some guy
know-
behind you going,
Also, you may be wondering why you're face down for this procedure in a tube. I can't get out. So she's like, "You're gonna hear some noise."
"Safe word! Safe word!"
Just so you know, you're gonna hear some noise. And I'm sitting there and I'm listening to Alter Bridge or whatever it was. And like Timmy said, "All right, it's gonna start in 5 seconds." And I'm laying there and I'm just starting to like pretend I'm somewhere else. God, I can't hear the music anymore It's playing. It's playing. But I just hear whatever is happening around me. Whatever imaging process is so strong, it feels like my back's on fire. For 30 minutes. That was my morning this morning. And then I was like, man, you know what would be great is, I texted you guys this yesterday in the truck. I texted you a picture of the temperature readout in my truck. It was 69. And it just said nice because what else do
It
you
got
say?
to 75 here today. We sat out on the back porch after dinner. It was nice.
And then I was like, me and my buddies, like, let's go play golf today. So we started playing golf. It was
drinking.
It was 40. This is actually from the golf course. It was 48
Hot.
with 30-mile-an-hour gusts. It's the only time I've been playing golf on and off for 15 years. It's the only time I ever played golf. Got to the 15 hole, and I looked at the guy in front. I said, Colin, fuck it. After this one, I'm done. I'm too cold. And we just quit. We played for 18, played 15.
Mike Kolb, I do not look like a lesbian. Thank you very much.
You know what's funny is the guy I was talking about, I played golf with Colin, owns
Is a lesbian?
owns 5 Subarus.
Is he a lesbian?
He has long shoulder, so his nickname is Princess because he has long strawberry shortcake, strawberry blonde hair, and was mistaken for a woman when he first started. I trained him, and so
So he is a lesbian trapped in a man's body.
Can I tell you the story how I got the nickname Princess? Really, it's Princess Pooper.
I thought you already had.
It's Princess Pooper is the full nickname. But Princess, so we used to have this thing when we were on the rap line. So the rap line in the steel mill is where you start. Everyone starts there.
The rap line, is that like where Snoop Dogg is?
No.
Oh, we'll get back to him too. By the way.
WRAP rap.
Two W's?
No, just one.
Oh.
And you literally wrap the coil before it leaves the mill. And again, Colin had waist long red hair at the time. He's 22 years old. His job before he worked at the mill was he was a manager at Culver's. And
which also gets cold.
hot, but honestly, hardest working son of a bitch I ever met in my life. And we had this thing where we would take the backing off the labels we put on the coils, and we'd make like figurines out of it and stick it to your hard hat where you weren't looking. And Colin had to go leave to do crane training, so we did one in the shape of like the Statue of Liberty's crown tiara. And he's walking through the mill, bright yellow hard hat, this shit on his hard hat, and then he's got this just gorgeous flowing strawberry blonde hair. And it's 5 o'clock in the morning. And the best part, it wasn't even one of us. It was a contractor that found him. And he said, I'm walking down, by the furnace. And he goes, I see this dude pop his head out. And he's wearing like a Panama Jack hat, but it was a hard hat. And he said, Colin goes, good morning. How are you? And the guy goes, the fuck you supposed to be, some sort of a princess? And he's been Princess ever since. Because how are you not named that after that?
TJ, that's a fabulous story.
Princess
Next time, keep it to
Pooper.
yourself.
Princess Pooper.
Where did Pooper come from, by the way?
That's another story. Are you ready to hear that one?
Nope.
Because
last one was good enough. Thank you.
One of our teammates mistook him for a woman and tried to hit on him before he realized his name was Colin.
In the pooper?
Well, he said, who's the girl down there with the nice pooper?
Oh, that's
Princess Pooper. Also,
that's not so good for that guy.
Colin's 22. This man that said that is retiring this summer. So
at
put
36.
that in perspective. Put that in perspective. NFL.
Tales from a steel mill.
Dude, steel mill not for the weak at heart. If you hadn't caught on, my nickname was Murderface.
They got you pegged wrong
because they said like you say nice things, but your face just screams you're a moron while you're saying it.
That your face does scream that you're a moron. Correct.
I don't have the Shawn Michaels lazy eye yet.
No, hold on. I think we got something for that.
What did we? By the way, this is I couldn't help but notice you didn't show this one.
I did show that one.
I don't think you did.
Okay.
Our boy Mike Kolb. who may or may not have mailed a poo to your house.
He most definitely did. And then he tried to sell my house.
He mailed me a glitter bomb, so I think
Nothing. I think I got that too. He's done a lot to me. I owe him definitely some sugar in the gas tank of his Tesla.
he doesn't have a Tesla anymore.
Finally grew a set of balls. Good for him.
I don't know if you know this, but Elon Musk is a jackass, so he traded in his Tesla. He's got a Rivian truck now.
A what truck?
Rivian
What is that?
electric truck. It's not a dumb fuck Nintendo 64 Tesla truck. It's the other one that actually looks like a truck. You can use it as a truck. It's just a Rivian. Not
It's electric. You can't use it as a truck. That's false information you have.
I mean, I've seen it in person. I beg to differ, but that's fine.
Anyway,
You can be wrong. You're from Kentucky. It happens.
NFL today. So Baltimore signed some old man to be their receiver. Pittsburgh still doesn't have a quarterback.
Well, the Indianapolis Colts, my home state, though not my team,
They got a quarterback. Sort of.
they were real busy today. They did some things. I was like, dude, on it, and then they signed a quarterback, and you're like, boy, I don't know if that's how it would have capped off my day. So started off.
Do you realize that no matter what way the Steelers go, that's how everyone's gonna feel? Because they're literally down to Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson.
I talked about it today to people from work because I wasn't there, but I think the more I talk about it, the more I think Aaron Rodgers is going to the Giants.
I don't think so. I think
I
he's
don't
going to the
see another possibility.
The Steelers.
Russell Wilson was not terrible last year, and he's younger, and I don't know, can move without tearing his Achilles.
They don't care.
I would think that they would.
If they wanted younger and could move without tearing his Achilles, they'd have kept Justin Fields.
There is that. That is a hard sell on my end. But the Colts, let's talk about the Colts. So the Bears, have made some big waves because interior O-line, interior D-line, Colts following suit. They get center Ryan Kelly. I'm sorry. This is the Vikings. They signed two former Colts in Ryan Kelly and Will Freeze. They also signed defensive lineman from Washington, Jonathan Allen, and Javon Hargrave. That's a solid day by Minnesota.
Minnesota hasn't had a bad free agency period.
I would say with these, it's been great.
The one thing I will give the Colts, Daniel Jones is only on a 1-year contract. So they have what's his crotch that was terrible last year. They have Daniel Jones coming in that he should be an upgrade.
Who did that last year? Oh, Anthony Richardson.
Anthony Richardson, who couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. He couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat.
You got benched by 51-year-old Joe Flacco.
Flacco!
Joe Flacco!
But I don't dislike this. Daniel Jones isn't terrible. If you would have put Daniel Jones on the Vikings.
He played for the Giants. And actually, Daniel Jones ended last season with the Vikings.
Yeah, but he wasn't playing. I'm saying
he was forced.
If you had put him in, he's got good arm strength. He's mobile. You put him in there with some real skill guys, because who the hell were his skill guys in New York?
Malik Neighbors.
And Saquon Barkley, who, by the way, is a running back.
Also, Daniel Jones was, well, actually, no, he was cut halfway through the year last year, so I don't think he got to play with Malik Neighbors.
Not much.
I don't hate it either. To me, this is a no loss signing for the Colts. If he works out,
Colts got to go skill positions in the draft, though.
I agree. But if I'm the Colts and I sign Daniel Jones, I've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. So far, Anthony Richardson, all things considered, has been a great locker room guy outside of walking off the field during when they were playing the Texans. Again, locker room, not the best on the field leadership guy. There is a difference. He hasn't been an off the field issue. I'll say that. On the field for sure. But Daniel Jones has shown his first 2 years in the Giants, he wasn't terrible.
He's
good.
tough. He's a tough kid.
He got sacked 700 times in 4 seasons with the Giants. He showed promise. Like, again, this is a no-risk sign with the Colts.
1 year. 1 year.
If it was $5 million, I'd be shocked.
No, it's more than that. It's like
It's like the league minimum for Major League Baseball.
no, he's a quarterback. It's probably going to be around 20.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't think that. I would say half.
Well, half of 20 would be 10. So
Which I think I said 5 and 7. So I mean, I'm close. Is it really taking you this long to find the deal?
I'm on Twitter. So it's
Oh,
a
for
little
God's
tough to
sakes.
search.
1 year deal. Let's
Hey
see,
Siri,
1
how
year,
much did Daniel Jones sign
$14
for?
million. $14 million.
Oh, there you go.
17.7 including incentives.
I think
13.1 guaranteed. Which again, 14 million in the NFL is like 740,000 for Major League Baseball players.
Yeah.
Nothing. It's nothing. Which is embarrassing, but that's where we are. We value NFL players that much more than teachers in this country. But I digress. The Seahawks. We kind of talked about it yesterday. I think all we said was Geno Smith was gone. I don't think we really specified where he went. Do you want to say where he was traded to?
Where did Geno Smith go?
The Raiders.
Oh yeah, because they're in the business of recycling quarterbacks.
And they just re-signed Max Crosby, which I like. I mean, I like.
I like
deal with the
that.
Raiders. But
I
if
don't understand it, but I like it.
what are you doing? Like, again, I don't. Here's what I don't understand. When I grew up, I started watching football in 1994. I started the first game I watched. It was the Bears 49ers in the NFC Championship game. Jerry Rice got into a fight with Sean Gale because he tried to start a fight with Steve Young. And, they made just penance back in the day compared to now. Nothing. But also teams weren't afraid to be like, you know what? We're trash. We have 3 decent players. We're going to trade them away, and we're just going to start from scratch. Draft players, sign a locker room guy here or there, maybe sign an anchor lineman and rebuild the franchise from there. No one does that anymore, which I don't understand, which also explains why the Browns have been the Browns for 40 years. But if you're the
60
Raiders,
years. What are you talking about?
if you're the Raiders and you're like, we're gonna sign Geno Smith, who's been middle of the road or below average all of his career.
He also had TJ Lockett. He had DK Metcalf.
Smith and Jigba.
he had good skill. Yeah, he had good skill players.
And now he's got, I think
Brock Bowers
I think Todd Christensen came out of retirement and he retired in 1991.
and Brock Bowers.
Tim Brown, I think, is going to come back next year. But no weapons around Geno Smith. And I guarantee you he's going to be worth every bit of $25 million a year.
Yeah.
To give you what? But he's good enough to make you 8 and 9. What do you get for that? Shit.
Number 17 draft pick.
And the Raiders,
Trust me, the Steelers pedal in that shit. They love the 9 and 8 draft pick.
well, let's not pretend the Bengals also haven't posted a tent in that area also.
Well, no, we enjoy the 2 and 14 draft.
But you're
pick
like,
every
I don't know
now
what's
and then.
better, 3 and 14 or 14 and 3 and
We're like,
contending.
hey, we're gonna
There's-
draft Burrow at number 1. He'll get injured. The next year we'll draft Jamar Chase. That's gonna work out for us.
We only know 2 numbers, 3 and 14. But we just
We're
don't
either gonna
know-
go 3 and 14 or 14 and 3.
We just don't know what order they're going to be in. But like, if I'm the Raiders and if I'm in Las Vegas, just moved there. Again,
2 years ago now.
I still would have signed Max Crosby because to me the man just screams Raider in the classic sense again, we're old enough to remember Howie Long and Ty Christensen and Art Shell and everyone else.
Lyle Alzado.
Well, I'm not old enough for Lyle Alzado, but I do remember Sloth and the Goonies. So
Sloth Lupton.
Sloth, Rocky, Roll, and get that. So sign Crosby, but I'd have him be your franchise face. And then after that, just admit, hey guys, new team, new city. We're gonna find our identity. We're gonna start with Crosby, but other than that, we're starting over from scratch. You're the Raiders. You haven't mattered in 15 years. No one's gonna be upset about it. Just do it. Just do it and own it. Just own it. We're rebuilding. Come back to us in 3 years.
Well, to be fair, they had kind of an unlucky situation there with Henry Ruggs. That was ugh.
But really, the Raiders, I mean, really, if you want to go fully back in time, the Raiders have not been the Raiders since the Tuck Rule game. But also, the Raiders haven't been the Raiders since, I don't know, they hired ESPN personality John Gruden to be their head coach, and then he left because he couldn't stop showing people his dick. And the Raiders are
that is not true.
And I think the Raiders are still paying that dick shower.
He couldn't stop using the N-word. That was his problem.
He's probably also showing people his dick.
All right, let's see.
When your nickname is Chucky, like, of course I'm racist, but also here's my dick. I feel like that's just kind of your power move. Oh, wait, did you hear what I said about that? But also dick. Why spider banana penis? Are you looking up why John Gruden was fired?
No, I know he was fired for using the N-word. I've seen it.
He Hoganed himself?
Sort of. It was in emails to
Hogan just said it in front of people.
Yeah. Hogan, well, really, he only said it in front of Bubba the Love Sponge's wife. Upside down pineapple.
Who he was best friends with Bubba the Love Sponge, and also like, hey, wouldn't it be great if I was also porking your wife? Hulk Hogan, by the way, just a legendary piece of shit.
Also, Bubba the Love Sponge.
Oh, I'm not
legendary piece of shit.
Let it be known, I'm not taking up for Bubba the Love Sponge. I'm just saying Hulk Hogan. Everyone's like, well, I shouldn't say everyone anymore. Most people are like, oh, vitamins, training, prayers, milk. No, he was a giant douche in real life.
All right, steroids don't make a person bad.
No, just life choices.
The N-word makes a person
just
bad.
life choices and the words you use make you bad. And how you treat your kids. And I again, there's something off top. Fuck NFL free agency. It's not important. But there's just
we already said we weren't going to talk NFL.
That's true. There's something great. I just find legendarily callous as a family man to be like, man, I've been wrestling on the road for 40 years, and I really need a way to bring my family together because it's just rough. Like
reality TV. Yeah.
How do I do that? I know. Hogan knows best. I'm going to stick a camera in every one of those miserable fucks' faces.
To be fair.
And Nick just went off the deep end immediately, killed his friend.
Well, and to be fair, his ex-wife did totally
Linda didn't help
use that to fucking monetarily rape him.
So you got Hogan, who is like, man, I was a fatty when I was a kid, but look at me now. I'm muscled up. I'm on the gas, and kids just adore me. And then he married Linda. You know, we went through the 80s, and in the 90s, Linda was like, you know what? I was a fatty growing up, but look at my husband. He's on the gas. He's roided up. Kids love him. Fuck him the rest of his life. And then you get Hogan knows best. And that's what happens.
And then Hogan's like, I got to marry some chick that looks like my daughter.
Yeah,
and then we're going to get divorced, and then I'll find another one that looks like my daughter.
Fun fact about Hogan Knows Best is his future wife not born yet when that show started. Anyway, so yeesh. Actually, I don't know if that's true. I just made that up. It sounds right though.
It's probably true.
Let's see.
We'll go with it.
Hulk Hogan's wife. When was she? 4-minute dildo. What does that mean? So let's do Hulk Hogan's wife. Hulk Hogan is.
Z. Yeah, use the Z.
I definitely did. Oh, I put a backward Z. Sky Daly's her name.
Sounds like a porn star.
Definitely a porn star. Number 2, what does Sky Daly do for a living? She's a yoga instructor, porn star. No one's a professional yoga instructor.
You think Hogan was walking
Out of here.
around looking for yoga at 72?
No chance. She does not have a Wikipedia page, which is upsetting. I don't know how old she is.
Young.
She doesn't. It's hard to tell. She's clearly had some work done to the facial region. I don't know. She could be my age.
That's
no
not
idea.
that's not including what work Hogan has done to her facial region.
Huh?
Ah,
Do you think at his age he can still like
all right. He
blue
wears
chew,
a
just
he wears a. It's like a hat with his fake hair sticking out the back. Come on.
yeah. By the way, if everyone's out, I know the top of him is bald, but look at that hair on the back. Not real.
That's totally fake.
Absolutely not real. Do you think with Hogan, being on the campaign trails last year, that do you think he's gotten to know Elon? Because it seems like they would be two of the opposite people.
Yeah, I don't see them hanging out. I don't see them hanging and banging.
Oh, Elon's never seen the inside of a gym, to be sure. Or a tanning bed. Or the sun.
Or Florida.
Oh, he's definitely been to Florida. And complained to a TGI Fridays manager. Definitely. That's happened. I'd put money on it.
Can we talk about Bonnie Blue while we're on the disgusting route here?
If you want to tell me who that is, absolutely.
That's the chick that got railed by 1,000 guys in 12 hours.
Who's not pregnant?
No, she's not. It was fake.
So did she really bang 1,000 guys in 12 hours?
Yes. But
Can I-
she's not pregnant.
Can I ask you a question?
What?
Two questions. How do you get to the mindset in life that you think to yourself, you know what? Today's the day I'm going to bang 1,000 people.
Well, here's how you get to that, because we are not a gigantic podcast, but we're here talking about some chick that got railed by 1,000 guys in 12 hours. And when you grow up in whatever little part of England, Australia, whatever foreign country she's from, and you want to get noticed, you know what you do? You bang 1,000 guys in 12 hours.
I just want to
And when people forget about you in 2 weeks, you know what you do?
bang 1,000 more dudes.
Yeah, you show up at spring break. It's
1,100.
San Padre Island oh no, she's in Cancun. She's in Cancun for spring break, college spring break, getting finger banged and.
I actually went to Cancun when I was 19 for spring break.
Wow, you're lucky. I didn't get there till I was 43.
And I would love to think that, as horny as I was at all times when I was 19 and as drunk as I was when I was in Cancun, if I knew she was there and I knew that's why she was there and I had the opportunity, I would still think me at that age, be like, there's no possible way I'm going to make it through this without catching syphilis. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm out.
Yeah, no, she.
Like, when you get to our age, you're at what point? Like, what is the number? Is it like 3 when you're like, that's not attractive anymore? 1,000 is just like, I have better shit to do with my day.
I'm sorry. What 3? What?
Yeah. Like, at what point, like, dudes in a day, and I don't mean.
Oh, okay, in a day.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you were flexing morals and be like, no, if she's been with 3 men, I'm not interested.
No.
She's obviously a whore at that point. No, okay.
I mean,
3 in a day. All right, so
we want to give her time to, eat lunch, have a salad, take a shower. How many in a day is too much? Like, I just can't.
2 in a day is too
2?
much. Yeah.
Wait, are you number 2?
Oh, I'm not gonna be.
Are you number 3?
All right, are we doing 1 and 2? Like, is this a threesome type deal?
No. This isn't at once.
All right, I don't want some chick that's fucked some dude earlier in the day. No,
So we're saying I'm either 1 or I'm done.
I'm Nelly. I am number 1 because 2 is not a winner, and
I don't-
3 nobody remembers.
I don't know if that's the name I would have gone with in this instance, but I heard a podcast this morning, and the host's name might rhyme with Bane Millis, but they're talking about. So, like, the discussion started with Jenna Jameson in the 90s, right? She was the first, like,
Cool.
hardcore porn star that went national. And, you know, our generation, or younger, depending on how you look at it, but it seems like our generation is the one that's cashing in on this shit on OnlyFans. We're the first generation to have that. It's like on-demand, customized porn, really.
By the way, shout out to Sophie Rain, who claims she's still a virgin, but made like $35 million in OnlyFans.
I don't believe either one of them.
And I'm pretty sure she ain't even shown her cooter on camera.
I don't think I don't know, but I'm going to say either one of those two things is not true. Both of them. I'm gonna say
I'm
that.
sure a lot's not true, but
But
the
like,
true thing is she made $35 million.
But if you go back and look through time over like female, like I don't even say just like industry people, porn stars that have committed suicide over there, it's alarming how many. And now we have an entire generation of people who can just, again, throw their coochie on OnlyFans, which again, God bless you if that's what you want to do. No one's arguing with it.
Like if I could make $35 million, I'd be whipping all 3 inches of my dick out and just putting it right there.
3.
4 maybe. I don't know.
Bragger. But I tell you, golfing today, I wasn't coming out from behind the pubes.
You were
was
hitting
like,
a 3-wood?
I was a turtle in the thicket. Just I'm not coming up. But I like so this is what's gonna be interesting is moving forward is how are all these OnlyFans porn stars going to, you know, deal because listen, no one I find this very hard to believe. If I'm wrong, please come in the comments and tell me. I find it very hard to believe that you're going to go on a porn site like OnlyFans because it wasn't meant to be porn, but let's be real. OnlyFans is porn. And you're going to do for $50 or more, depending, whatever this guy wants you to do. And you're just going to go, all right, did that. Time to go have lunch with mom. Like,
Thank you, baby.
it's going to mess with your head.
There's only 2 left.
All right, keep it. That's fine.
Like, how are they going to handle this mentally moving forward? It's I don't get it.
Well, I think that like I said, that the girl Sophie Rain has figured it out because from what I've
Monetarily.
heard, well, yeah, from what I've heard, you subscribe to whatever it's $10-20, whatever it is.
Sure.
But I'm pretty sure that behind that paywall, you ain't getting much.
Okay.
And then
so let's,
and then she makes her money in like the tips. Like,
let's
oh,
do this.
tip me, and you might see like some of my pubes or whatever.
Some of my pubes, which by the way,
Yeah.
I shaved them off.
By the
So
way, need a weed whacker to cut them.
it's a losing proposition. They're not there. So let's.
You don't get
It's a-
refunded. When
It's a game you'll
they're
never
staying.
win. So
No.
let's talk about like in this perspective. So I would say us two, because we dally in this universe quite a bit, and our listeners, for the most part, viewers probably understand this realm more. You know how creepy social media wrestling fans are.
Yeah.
And some of them do have an OnlyFans. They ain't doing that shit. Like, imagine if you have an OnlyFans and you're doing that shit. If you're half good at it. Like, again, perspective, wrestling fans, holy shit. Y'all are too much. And then we're going to go mainstream, but also somebody said last year one person in like a month paid them like $8,000.
Well, see, I think that you're talking about the wrestling world. The person who has done that absolutely the best, Mandy Rose.
Okay, so let's discuss that because that's an interesting point you brought up. Do you still consider her wrestling world?
No. She is completely transitioned out. By the way, her first month on OnlyFans, $4 million.
Oh, she crushed. She crushed. Still crushing. by the way.
Because trust me, wrestling fans, huge perverts. They don't care.
Giants. All these, if you see a wrestling fan on Twitter just going bananas about like how we need to protect women's wrestling and everything else, if their picture is a female wrestler,
Bless you.
run. Just run, block them, and run as fast as you can.
Yeah.
They are the ones. Like, oh no, we need to respect the integrity of women's wrestling. Meanwhile, they're typing that shit with their pants off.
In their mom's basement.
Yeah, get fucking real. Like, again, we've had this discussion several times on this show and shows previously, and Dave can attest to this. Mike Hope, who's watching this, can attest to this. We've all met women's wrestlers, and we're not going to say it now because it's not important, but we've all met women's wrestlers over the years doing stage work or doing volunteer work for the various conventions all of us work, wherever the case is. Or going to shows or doing interviews, whatever the case is. We've all met dozens of female wrestlers. I would like to think they've all felt comfortable around us because there's two things we don't do around them.
Pull our
For
dicks
one,
out.
we don't pull our dicks out. Well, I mean, that's our secret. But the first is like
Question number 3. What do you think of this?
we don't talk to them about wrestling. We don't talk to them about their workout routine. We don't talk to them how they got that ass. We don't talk to them why they have to wrestle with a wedgie. We just talk to them like they're people. God forbid. We don't ask them like, hey, before we dig into this, the ultimate nachos, what would be your favorite match going between 2012 and 2016? Like, we don't do that shit because they don't care, so we don't care.
Correct.
Just talk to them like they're people. That's all they want. And that's wrestlers in general. I would say people in general. We just talk to them like they're people. Second of all, we don't, I don't know, find different ways to like the same picture they post on social media with different accounts and then make ghost accounts of all those so we can like it and reply it more. But then you forget like, oh, wait, this one, this account, and this account said the exact same thing. So fuck, now they know it's me. So like, we don't do that. We're not weird. Okay.
All right. Well, I'm not technologically sound enough to know how to run more than one Twitter. So
I'm sure some young nerd was like, TJ, like what you said halfway through didn't make sense. Exactly. I don't know what's going on. But it's like just, but when you watch a wrestling show and the people are like, oh my God, women's wrestling only had 6 minutes on SmackDown. They're the ones that are looking up the sex tapes of the leaks. Like, it's them. Hands down. Like, do you guys want to see this person's sex? Like, not really. No, I don't. Because it's awkward. It's weird. It's weird that you would even know it's a thing.
well, usually it's weird because it's me. So
Wait, are you the one or are you the sex tape guy?
I am the one. I'm the one.
I am the one. In the one in. I don't know, man. It's just what, like, to me, as a lifelong wrestling fan, again, I started watching in 1989, the end, the winter. There's nothing I want more in this world than for wrestling fans to be fucking normal, because the only chance we have as a fandom to join mainstream society and maybe get some people who aren't also weird to join us. But until that happens, which it never will, because, again, Bears fan, I follow Bears Twitter. I follow Cubs Twitter. It has its moments.
Okay,
Pales,
can we talk
pales
about
pales in comparison to wrestling? Wrestling social media is the worst by a mile. And also, wrestling journalists having a hell of a week this week. I don't know if you saw that.
yeah.
I can't continue covering the fake sport that I cover because of my mental health. Get the fuck out of here.
So can we talk about the biggest story in sports this week? Announced today,
Okay.
August 11th, after the Cincinnati Reds game, there will be a concert by none other than
Pete Rose.
the Dogfather, Snoop Doggy Dogg,
At Great American Ballpark on Oslo.
at Great American Ballpark, baby.
Who are they playing?
I don't know.
God,
I don't care.
I
I'm
have to do
going to see
everything.
Snoop.
I have to do everything on this show. Cincinnati Reds
August 11th
with an O.
with an O.
I put an O in there. Cincinnati.
Since
There
the
two
noise,
T's or two N's.
two T's,
August
two N's as well.
11th. Well, this is useful. You want the Cincinnati Reds schedule clearly. That's why I looked it up the way I did. Date. Oh, for God's sakes, it's just preseason? Oh, here we go.
In August? No, I hope not. If we're still playing spring training in August, we got problems.
June, July, August 11th. It's a Monday.
Probably the Phillies or something stupid.
That would be terrible if you're like, we're playing the Mariners. Like, what? It's gotta be a rival team. It has to be. August 11th. Who'd you say you were playing?
I don't know.
No, who'd you guess?
I said the Phillies.
It's the Phillies.
Sweet.
Your blood rivals. Philadelphia Phillies.
We're fighting over Pete Rose's corpse.
Lord.
And then
I didn't even think about that.
that.
Do you guys call it the Pete Rose series? Because you should.
Pete Rose Bowl.
Can you invite the Nationals so they can also be a part of it? Because they used to be the Expos.
Yes, I know.
Montreal Expos, a legend. I kind of feel jealous of the Reds and Pete Rose, and here's why. I wish the Cubs had anyone anywhere near as controversial as Pete Rose.
Sammy Sosa.
Because and here's why. Pete was beloved because he, played the game in the purest form. Hustled, great defense, pure hitter, all that shit.
He's just an asshole.
No, giant douchebag. Sammy Sosa, by all accounts, is a Cub, model citizen, did charity work. And no one at any point after 1995 did anyone think Sammy Sosa was not on steroids. We all knew. Everyone knew.
And now he's on Noxzema because he's white.
If you look at if you look at Sammy Sosa as a Texas Ranger or a Chicago Cub, Chicago White Sox, he's like $190, and then in '96 he's 270. How did it grass-fed pork?
Hit the weight room hard.
Are you doing the extended bench and then the narrow? Is that how you're getting the big head? Everyone knew. Again, Mark McGwire, all accounts a great guy. No one was confused that he was taking steroids in 1996. Everyone
thought it was
positive.
all androstenedione.
Well, that's what's fun is he took that while it was still legal.
Yeah.
They never
I
busted.
took it in college. By the way, didn't help me any.
They've never actually busted McGwire for steroids that I know of.
He admitted.
But I'm saying it was just andro.
No,
it was
I'm
legal when he took it.
Pretty sure McGwire completely admitted.
Well, no, I know he did, but I'm saying they didn't bust him with it.
Oh no.
Like he was in no reports, he was in nothing like that. He just admitted it, which Rafael Palmeiro is still waiting on that day. But like McGwire was busted for andro, which at the time was legal.
Yeah.
So let's do this. Let's do this talk. So we just had the Hall of Fame class of this year go in or be announced anyway. Bonds, Sosa, Clemens, McGuire, Palmeiro. Should they be in the Hall of Fame?
Bonds, yes.
I say
Sosa?
Bonds, yes.
Sosa, no.
I say McGuire, yes.
McGuire.
I say Sosa, yes.
I'm
here's
gonna say no. I'm gonna say no on McGuire and Sosa.
I say no on Palmeiro for sure.
Definitely no on Palmeiro. But what I will say, and yes on Clemens, but what I will say is there should be a 1998 home run chase like kiosk in the Hall of Fame. Like I'm not putting their plaques in, but we will definitely recognize that in 1998 there was this great home run chase between those two, neither of which should be in Hall of Fame status.
Somebody's brought this up before, having the 97 to 2000 kind of be its own wing and let all those guys we just mentioned plus everyone else in, and just you're over here. Here's why I say yes to essentially everyone I picked but Palmeiro. Especially Sosa and McGuire. Because they were the first two, Bonds came later. Baseball was dying a grisly death until
After the 94 strike, yeah.
After the 94 strike, which is, again, we've done a show on it, essentially killed the Expos, dead in the water. That was the year they were supposed to make the World Series. They had the best record, and they said F that. Larry Walker, all those guys gone the next season for the Rockies. But Sosa and McGuire, in Bonds, I say absolutely. But again, the reason why I say Sosa and McGuire is after baseball had its horrific end of 94, 95, 96, 97, resurgence in 98 because of the chase for 60, 61. There's a case to be made that if it weren't for Sosa and McGuire, what does baseball look like right now? They brought it back to the forefront, to prominence. Is baseball behind hockey right now? Like it's a legit question.
Uh-oh.
They were dying oh Lord. Speaking of assholes in the Hall of Fame, Dave and the QC's here, or Dave and the HSV, in the CC, the cruise ship.
CS cruise ship.
What's up, buddy?
Just lost my ass in the casino.
What's the over under on people you've murdered today?
None. I've been Have.
I've been Have.
Yeah.
He's not been sober, but he's been Have.
Yeah. Hello.
So Dave, we were just talking before you got here.
That obviously wasn't the soda cart girl.
But not soda cart girl that you motherfucked this morning. First thing this morning. Hey, good
Tell
morning.
me,
Also,
tell me you went back and tipped her.
What?
Tell me you went back and tipped that girl.
I just broke my door. Hold on.
Well, it'd be the second one in your room. So
Is it also duct taped?
I broke the thing off.
Can't take you anywhere.
It'll clip back on. It's fine. Just
I
clip
know
it
it falls
back
off
on.
all the time.
So,
It
Dave,
falls off all the time.
what is happening? Dave, we were just discussing before you got here. I'm going to give you Barry Bonds, Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa, Rafael Palmeiro, Roger Clemens. Should they be in the Hall of Fame? And if not, who are you taking out?
Yes, they should be because it was the steroid era and everybody was doing it.
I said take Palmeiro out. I'll take the other four.
Yeah, I don't need Palmeiro in there.
See, I took Palmeiro, Sosa, and McGuire out.
No, McGuire's Hall of Famer.
But I said
Bonds was the Hall of Famer before he started taking.
that's
steroids.
true. But I before
Sosa's
Also
you
a
got
Hall
him,
of Famer along with McGuire strictly for that season that they gave us where everybody watched baseball.
Well, what I said was give them like a little kiosk of the 98 home run chase.
where they can sell hand lotion and Legos.
Yeah. Where Sammy Sosa can explain why he's a white man now. And
Well, that's That would be the only stop in the Hall of Fame. Like, I need to ask this motherfucker why he's white. Sammy, what happened? You went to go play for Baltimore, and the next thing I know, you look like this. What happened to you?
He fell in Clorox. Shit happens, man.
That's true.
So how's the cruise, Dave?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
I'm ready
right,
to
fill us
talk
in with
to
more
somebody.
details. Thank you.
Have you? So you've been on 2 cruises and yet to hit a stop. That's impressive.
I've been on 3 cruises and I've hit 1 of 6 stops.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. We thought you were setting a record.
Damn,
Now
Dave's
I'm disappointed.
batting 170 on cruise ships. It's pretty good.
And
Pretty good.
I got a hit on my first try and I'm 0 for 5 ever since.
Where are you supposed to be tomorrow?
Nassau.
You'll make that.
I
You'll
better,
make-
because if I don't, I'm
You would
sinking this
definitely
ship.
make that. Where else are you going?
That's it. Then I'm going home because I got shit to do.
I don't. I'm
It ain't on a
confused.
fucking cruise ship with a shower the size of a nickel.
I am confused how you have knit to make a port stop, but you're so sunburned.
Man.
He is very tan.
He's very sunburned. He's not tan. He's sunburned.
Yeah,
I,
he's been wearing sunglasses all day.
I forgot to put sunscreen on for a long time today. And then I was like,
You sure
oh,
did.
I might should put some sunscreen on.
It's
Dave-
probably a little late for that.
While I was
Dave
drinking
wears his
pina colada.
sunglasses. Dave wears
At night.
his sunglasses at all times. Apparently,
Outside.
I wear my sunglasses forever.
How many drinks have you had today, Dave?
17:30.
Like, was that a time you just gave us? No, it's a number.
I-
No,
I
it's a
drank the-
number.
I drank a
173.
whole pitcher of margaritas for dinner.
Dinner.
just
Oh, it is
'cause.
9:30.
How's the food?
Garbage.
MSC does not want you back.
See,
Dave,
at least
I'm
we
sorry.
had the Brazilian steakhouse. We went on the Jericho
Family
shit show.
cruise.
I'm pretty sure my wife will never get on another cruise unless tomorrow is the most epic fucking day ever. There's no.
You're
way she's
going to
ever-
Nassau. It's not going to be. Sorry.
We're going swimming with dolphins.
Dan Marino.
No, Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek.
Oh, I would not go to that. He might run you the fuck over.
He's a cheetah, not a dolphin.
Yeah.
He's like, we're going with Dan Marino, Paul Warfield, Mark Duper, Mark Clayton,
Larry Zonka.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar,
And Jason
Hey!
Taylor.
Knock
Jason
it off.
Taylor.
It was
Jason
her that
Taylor.
started
Shut
So
up.
I Friday.
Dave said, shut up.
Friday, you said you wanted to do a cruise recap. I thought she was legit giving us the finger for a second.
it. My little, yeah.
Dave said he wants to do a cruise recap show, and I'm for that, by the way. But I think it should be me, Timmy, and Jandy,
Yes, fungi.
so we can get the real story of the cruise and not Angry Dave.
Yeah.
And not Dave. Just going,
we need
I'll tell you
Jandy-
something else about those sons of bitches.
Yeah. No way. Angry Dave is
that
fucking
cunt with the
Raheem
soda cart.
Yeah, I sat
Try
down for,
giving me Coke. I want a Diet Coke.
I sat down for breakfast and I'm like, man, I'm tired because I don't have Celsius on this ship because they're poor. And so I get
What
up, I'm
energy
like, you know what?
drink do they have?
Red
Coffee.
Bull.
Okay. Yeah.
Somebody's at my garage.
It's me.
Hey, on the cruise ship? That's
It's
weird.
Blaine.
It's probably the person staying at my house.
It's Blaine.
But so I'm like, I'm gonna go get me a Coke Zero. I need some caffeine. I walk over there. She scans my little watch,
It's terrible
charges
at
me
times.
$5.50 for a Coke Zero. She hands it to me, and that motherfucker's warm.
She can give you a cup of ice?
I go, you got any cold ones in there? Oh no, sorry, no. I said, can I get some ice? No ice. I said, what the fuck?
Place is a fucking prison.
The food sucked.
I mean, I'm honestly shocked they had Coke Zero.
The pizza is really good because it's an Italian cruise ship. So their pizza is pretty good, but everything else I've eaten here has. I guess we did tacos tonight. We paid for taco dinner.
Is
And
that
it
is that Wrestler that does the pizza? Is he on there?
Yeah, Luigi Mancini.
Yeah, Luigi Mancini. Is he on that shit?
Yeah, he's the owner.
He's real fun. I liked him. He's a good time. He was
He's
actually
got
the only one.
his pizza's made of rubber. That's what
He's the only one that I enjoyed their company on the Jericho Cruise was him.
Well, that's because Thunder Rosa one there is bullshit.
I thought she was. We didn't know who was it. We saw Nick Aldis and Mickey James. That's who we saw. Who they were cool later. Once we got to know them later, and we
All right.
almost started a podcast with them. But
So, you didn't make port and drank. What else did you do today? Go to a show?
got sunburned.
I took Brinley to play bingo.
She won. I saw that. She's
She
a
did
bingo
not win.
queen.
We did not win, so that was money lost.
She did not win.
No, it
You
wasn't
you
what it
mistook. You mistook. She did not win.
was. You said bingo queen. Can't
yeah,
be a
she-
bingo queen if you lose.
She beat me.
She's a bingo popper.
Dude, they played it and you got to get bingo and then people got bingo and, then,
That's generally how it works.
and then you got to fill up the whole card. So if you won bingo, you won $100 and 6 people won it at the same time. Won $100.
Oh.
And then they said, "Okay, now we're going to fill up the rest of the card." They called out 7 damn numbers before I got another number. I think it's rigged against me. It's bullshit.
Your bingo card was rigged.
And then Dave flipped the table over. Is the end of that story.
What else did we do today? We did trivia. We got 10 out of 16.
What was the topic subject matter?
Well, I mean, it was just general. Like, what's the
Who
capital
the hell
of Turkey?
does trivia with 16 questions?
What's the capital of Turkey? Because that's where the guy was from.
Istanbul.
Istanbul.
Incorrect. I put
Constantinople.
Turkeyville.
Turkeyville.
You were
I put-
definitely wrong.
I put Eckridge Farms.
One of the questions was, who was the singer at the 2000 Grammys that got 8 Grammy Awards?
I have no idea.
2000? Kid
Yeah.
Rock.
Carlos Santana.
It should have been
Oh.
Kid Rock.
It should
I
not
put-
have been Kid Rock.
I had NSYNC. And then he said it was the male singer, and he had won Grammys in the past, and then whatever. So I was like, well, it's not NSYNC. So then I put Ricky Martin. I thought maybe he won something with Menudo, and then
Nah, Menudo never won shit.
then
By the way,
the one,
Ankara is the capital of Turkey.
one that I got right for sure was, which WWE superstar's finishing move is the Tombstone Pile Driver?
This
And
man-
you
Nicki
hear all
Minaj.
You hear all
Mankind.
these stupid kids talking about John Cena.
Pretty sure we talked about that the other day, which is also a clip on our Twitter right now.
And then, well, the number 1 selling album of all time, Thriller, obviously.
I
Is
thought
that
it
still
was
number one?
Jagged Little Pill.
Who's the boxer who's known as the greatest of all time?
Muhammad Ali.
Easy.
Mike Tyson.
Number 1, I missed. What was Mickey Mouse's original name?
Steamboat Willie.
Steamboat Willie.
That's what I put.
What was
What's
it?
the answer?
Mortimer Mouse.
I don't know. That's not true.
Google it, bitch.
Thriller is still the best-selling album. Mickey Mouse's. What do you think I've been doing this entire time?
So then I got
Mickey-
into an argument with the guy.
Of course you did. Have you tasted this fucking Coke Zero?
All right, so we're gonna ask you the question.
Mortimer Mouse. What the hell?
Dana White is the CEO of which company?
UFC.
No, he's not.
Yeah,
Dana White-
because he.
I don't think
Dana
he's the
White-
he's not
CEO of
the
any
CEO.
company.
Dana White is the CEO of Power Slap. Dana
for
White
God's
is the
sakes.
president of UFC. So
Power.
then I argued with him over that because he was incorrect, and he said the answer was UFC, and I said bullshit.
You're right.
I know I'm right.
But also, Power Slap should not be a company.
No, it's stupid.
It is stupid. Hey, how can we guarantee a concussion, but also 80% guarantee hearing loss? Oh, I know. Bitch slap to the ear.
Looks like Timmy's about to power slap Carson.
Is he
Scream
still
when
one
Timmy
armed?
when he puts his headphones on screen.
Oh my God! Fucking Coke Zero, you son of a bitch! Unimpressed. Well, he works at McDonald's. Like this is like his everyday.
Oh yeah.
What'd I do?
Cocaine.
We yelled. We made a plan to yell once you got your headphones on, and you were just unimpressed. You should not have twained us. You should not have twained us.
It's the
So,
my mouse
Deion-
died.
DeAndre Hopkins, Travis, or what's his name? Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson now on the Ravens, huh?
Yeah.
They own the Ravens.
Yeah, DeAndre Hopkins signed with the Ravens today.
Oh,
We already talked about that. You missed it.
I mean,
You're busy motherfucking a soda cart girl.
I mean, DeAndre Hopkins is what 39, so I mean, nobody cares. It's fine.
Yeah, he's washed. 5 years ago it would have mattered, but not now.
So Dave,
Yo,
you left from where on your cruise?
Port Canaveral.
And you what was the port you missed? Private Island?
Ocean K.
Yeah, Private Island.
I was supposed to go snorkeling today.
Well, you still could.
I don't think they'd take too highly of me diving off the boat with my snorkel. Hold
You
on,
should
hold
go,
on.
go to guest services, ask for a snorkel gear.
Well, I mean, Dave's wrong. They wouldn't give a shit if Dave hopped off the side of the boat with a snorkel on. All right.
I don't have to go to guest services to ask for snorkel gear.
Sorry for that son of a bitch.
I don't need snorkel gear.
He's gonna have a very weird thong going on. here.
I agree. Oh no,
Oh,
it's
there it
actual
is. Hold on.
goggles.
I brought my own snorkel gear.
There's no
why-
snorkel. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Why does he put the goggles on and he sounded congested? Why?
Because his nose was covered, dumbass. All right, wrap us up. This is ridiculous.
Who's wrapping us up?
You're the host.
Okay. Joining me as always, Dollar Bill Dave,
Follow me on X at Dave in the RC.
Timmy C.
At Timmy C 1979.
I'm FT Stevens 91. We'll be back tomorrow night for
Not
God knows what.
football, more than likely. Who knows?
God knows what.
Oh, we going tomorrow night too?
Yeah,
That's Timmy's
What's tomorrow
idea.
night?
because you're not here. We're just gonna go all week.
Well, I want a podcast. This is stupid.
Well, that was
or not.
No, I'm
that'll
just
show.
Said, let's go party.
I'm in.
No,
Let me
Dave's
go.
going to go
Party.
party.
Paper,
Yeah.
He is
Let's
also
break down
very
voice
sunburned
number.
for the record.
and I want to write down a voice number.
Whoa,
What? the-
boys number. Whoa.
And I was about to stay at the kids club and watch a movie with him.
Oh my shit.
Dave will be back tomorrow when he doesn't have a heart attack.
He tried to get me to memorize the
What?
number for her.
Hold on, I'm putting on a different shirt.
I'm not sure where TJ went, and Dave is handling his daughter. Hold on, TJ might be coming back.
Send me the link for tomorrow, obviously.
All right.
I hit the wrong button. It's
All right,
supposed to be-
Dave, enjoy your cruise. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Oh my God, what
It
are
was
we
supposed to
doing?
be in stream, and I left the fucking. I left the video.
So we will see you guys tomorrow right here on Drunken Pop. Good night.